Well, the day started out with installation of a unit, moving it from one side of the attic to the other, and then the most unfortunate series of blower motor changeouts I've ever experienced in my life. So it looked like a bomb has went off on me. But anyway, this particular client we're coming up to now, essentially they're saying they're having issues with the unit freezing up. It works okay for a while, it seems to keep the house cool, then it'll freeze up. They'll turn it off for a few hours at the breaker, turn it back on, it'll work for a few hours, and then freeze up. So freezing issues like that, typically you're looking at pressure issues. So your pressure issue is either your refrigerant itself may be low, you may have a restriction in the line, may have a faulty expansion valve or fixed orifice, something in its pre-screen. On the other hand, airflow is also a big issue, because you can have the perfect charge with the perfect system, but if your airflow is negligible and not working, so you have a very dirty filter or possibly dirty coil, that can be an issue as well. They did mention on the phone to me that the filter used to be changed under the house, but they couldn't get down there anymore, so they just started putting those hog hair type filters in the grills upstairs. So apparently they have multiple returns, they're putting those in. So it could be an issue with stuff bypassing, people forgetting to put them in. Sounds like the unit is pulling in through floor ducts or floor returns, which always tend to be a little problematic for debris getting down there, especially if you have pets. But we'll stop by, take a look, see what we can find, and hopefully it'll be something simple and I can go home and take a shower. According to the homeowner, this thing's been freezing up and they've been turning it on and off to let it defrost outside here. Relatively newer model Linux, looks to be about a 2018, 19. But let's put our gauges on here and see what's going on. Messier than I would have liked. Yeah, subcooling wise, we look about where I would expect, about 10 degrees. However, on our suction side, we're 106, 34.2 V-stat, dropping a little bit as we're watching. Let's just see what we have here. Without going to look, I'm assuming this is probably an expansion valve. So we do have very low superheat as well. So if we are an expansion valve, and I'm just basing that on the age, and this being a Duquesne Linux / guide, probably an expansion valve inside. We're sitting about where I'd almost expect on this side. Over here, our superheat is much lower than I want. Our pressure is continuing to drop as it's running. We are still above freezing, but heading the wrong direction. So let's go look. We may have an airflow problem or possibly a TXV that needs adjusting. So let's take a look downstairs. Just out of curiosity, we do see a filter rack over here. So we'll pull it down. They are changing their filters upstairs, but you never know. Doesn't appear to be anything in there. Let's see if we can get a shot inside. Ooh. Yeah, I think we found the problem. Let's see if we can get this guy open and clean it out. Enough to get in there, I believe. Yeah, I'd say we have a little issue with air impingement. It's almost like felt paper. That's just hair and dust and all kind of fun things. They do have a lot of dogs and cats. Honestly, it's coming off pretty good. If you can ever get it started, you can almost just peel off the whole layer. As you can see, it's quite a substantial amount of stuff that just makes like a felt paper on the coil. That coil cleaner is for evaporator coils, and it is no rinse, so you don't really have to rinse it off. I'll probably do a few little scrapes with my brush just to make sure we got everything major, but it looks like it all came off in one or two pieces mostly. Feels like all of it. It looks like all of it. We'll put another coat of our coil cleaner on here. As long as we get most of the larger debris, as this guy condenses moisture, it should wash out anything else. As I said, for the most part, it all came off on just a handful of big chunks. This is almost too easy. Look at it now, we're running a 43-degree vapor saturation point instead of, I think it was right at 34 degrees, give or take, earlier. And our superheat's quite a bit more in the 20-degree range with a much higher pressure, 127, 128. So I believe that was all there was to it. Since I broke my other probe, we'll do it this way. See what our subcooling evens out at, which typically for these guys somewhere around 14 degrees, give or take. Which it looks like we're going to be real close to. So that was all we had going on, just a dirty coil. Just remember, change your filters and make sure you have a filter. We'll get out of here. Just kind of goes to show you the importance of keeping your filters clean. On that particular one, they were actually changing the filters. They just have them upstairs in every single return, where it looks like they cut some hog hair filter material and just kind of jam it in there and hope for the best, because it's too hard for them to get under the house to replace that filter, which I do understand is not a nice place to be. However, it apparently does let some stuff by, either that or that filter not being in there for some amount of time caused that before they started putting the hog hair filters in the upstairs. Don't really know, but that does kind of go to show you what can happen, especially if you have pets. What all that is basically hair, proteins, dust, dirt, cooking oils, just anything in the house eventually ends up on that coil, essentially, and it just, as you saw, made 2 sheets of felt, basically, just almost like a big dryer lint sheet, almost, I guess would be a good description. But as it all got wet, it started restricting more and more airflow because, you know, coil's getting colder, condensing water gets the stuff wet, makes it harder to breathe through. It just keeps getting worse and worse until eventually the TXV, even though it was valiantly trying to keep the superheat at a particular level there, it wasn't really able to do it, and eventually after a long run time it would just freeze, and then you go into the snowball situation where they were defrosting it by turning it off for a few hours, letting it run again, and it just did it over and over again. But as I say, just kind of goes to show you, do pay attention to your filters, do check your coils every once in a while, make sure they're not dirty, and you might prevent yourself from having to see me, but especially today. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next one.